Oh my God, I just totally got catfished. He looks absolutely nothing like his picture.
So I found out the guy that I've been dating is married with kids. His wife just reached out to me.
Welcome to the meat market. The single scene is a slaughterhouse and we are here to devour it. We are your hosts. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Jess.
And this is today's spicy single, our prime selection, Chuck. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
So tell us about yourself. Who are you? What are your hobbies? What are you looking for? What do you do? Spill the juice.
Sure. That's a long one, but
It's a loaded question. Taro.
I'm Chuck. I've been in the Valley a long time. I came out to Arizona to go to U of A. I was a baseball player, so no hate, please, Sun Devils.
You're a baseball player.
I'm a Wildcat. So eventually moved up to Phoenix, been here all my life, and I own a business in the title settlement industry. So we're nationwide, so that keeps me busy, but I have 3 kids, got a late start in life, married for a while, divorced, 21, 19, and 18. So just about ready to fly the nest. But just have fun, mostly with the kids. I've done stuff, golfing, shooting range, go out in the lake, just some fun activities like that. So been divorced for 5 years, just looking for that special lady, somebody who's, I call it connection, looking for a great connection. I think it's emotional, intellectual, and then physical, obviously.
The whole package.
So yeah, the whole package. Got to check all the boxes. So
for the unicorn.
The unicorn, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you don't have to check everything, but there's got to be enough alike to make it work, though,
That's
I think.
true. Yeah, that's true. What are your non-negotiables? Speaking of checking boxes, do you have any?
Well, I think there's got to be attraction. If there's not that, it kind of hinders, but I'm not saying it's only attraction.
Mhm.
Certainly that's got to be there. I think some of your core values and beliefs have to be there as far as, what you believe in life, but really just getting along, having fun. We're just talking about grocery stores.
Mhm.
It's whether you're up in Sedona or out on the beach or just doing shopping at Costco, you just have to like being with each other and having fun. So I think there has to be that matchup of interest there. Not
for
identical, but certainly similarities.
Do you have any, on the flip side, any, not red flags, but like
Deal breaker?
Deal breakers. That's the word I'm looking for.
Deal breakers, I don't know. I guess, the crowd that I've met, some of those single ladies I've met, they're wanting to go on a European vacation for 3 months and
So the sugar babies are a deal breaker for you.
And yeah, some of that. I do own a business. I do have some freedom, but probably not to just disconnect and go away for 3 months. So,
Okay.
So you're not looking for a sugar baby?
No. I'd like to find somebody that's successful in their own right. They don't need somebody. They want to be with somebody. That's my viewpoint. I don't need to be with somebody, but I want to be with somebody.
Have you ever been approached by that type of woman before?
Yeah,
Have you
I've met some on the dating sites.
Have you?
With,
How do they approach it? Like, what do they say? Are they very forward with their messaging? Like, hey, I'm looking for a daddy?
No, I haven't run across that much, but just the, let's go have fun. And I'm looking for somebody that can provide me with a lifestyle so I don't work so much.
Okay.
So, if I don't work, I can spend more time with you. And if you enable me to have a lifestyle, then I can do all the things I need to do to look beautiful for you. And yeah, those goes down that road.
Okay.
That's funny. Do all the things I need to do to look beautiful for you.
Yes.
Facials,
Spa
Botox,
days
body
and then-
boobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
You do want me to look beautiful for you, don't you?
I guess at least they're upfront and honest about it,
Right.
Yeah.
I've always wondered how women approach that, or if it's more men, because I've had men, which I think they're scammers. I don't think they've actually ever been like real men, but I've had men message me like on Instagram, like, oh, let me pay for this, or let me be this or that. But I've always thought that they were more like scams. I didn't think that they were real life. So I'm always curious, because that dynamic is just like, it's something that I could never do. And so I'm so interested in it, because I've had friends that have been that. And I've been approached. When I was in Florida last week, I was approached by an older guy at the bar. Remember when we were on the phone?
Oh, yeah.
Famous Joe.
Funny.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, I've
Very
been
interesting.
approached on Instagram about, hey, I want to buy you this and buy you that.
Uh-huh.
You just have to be my arm candy, but
Yeah.
not my
Send
cup
me
of
your
tea.
bank account so
Yeah,
info so I can
exactly.
send you the money. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Or I've had guys want to take me on trips, but then they'll be like, but I do expect something on that trip in return. I'm like, nope. Well, great. Let's start marinating. Today's topic on the meat market is dating in this decade, disastrous or delightful? So for me, I feel like dating has now lost its class. It's lost its sophistication. It's kind of like flying on the airlines. Back in the day, people would dress to impress. They took pride in flying. They made an effort. Now people travel in sweatpants and PJs and bikini tops. Back in the day, you would court someone. You would ask them to go steady. You'd put a ring on it, bada bing, bada bang, put a ring, bada bang. Now you're on the apps and random people you don't know are asking you to bang. Hey, want to bang? I mean, put some effort into it. Use better choice of words. Would you like to make the sweet love?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I just feel like it's sleazy now. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's, I think there was a difference. You see these old pictures of people in Pan Am in suits and coats, and the chairs look like lounge chairs. It was a different era. But I think, now it's like we're in the microwave world. Everything is instant. So dating apps, I guess that's where you meet people, or at least you try. We just talked about grocery stores, trying to run into somebody that you like there organically. I'd prefer to meet somebody organically, but it just hasn't happened. So it turned to dating sites. And I think, my kids had been diagnosed with ADHD. I think everybody's got ADHD now with these phones, you're like, you slide through, swipe left, swipe right. And then you connect with somebody and then you maybe exchange a couple messages and boom, they're gone. They're ghosted. So as they see the next shiny object, it's like, oh, that one looks a little better. Maybe that one's better. This one.
That was my problem when I was dating on the apps. There were so many options out there that I feel like I never felt pursued or desired or wanted because there are so many beautiful women out there. Like when I met my husband on the apps, I found love at first swipe. He made an effort to message me every day, call me every day, made me feel wanted, desired. Little things like when I would go to his house and I would park on the street. He's like, nope, absolutely not. You're parking in the driveway. The street is for guests. You're a member of this family. Park in my driveway. So I parked in his driveway. And that night, he parked in my driveway.
It's the little things.
Note to self, park in the driveway here.
Give the girl the driveway spot, Chuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Give the girl the driveway spot.
No, but I do feel like there's so much temptation out there. And it's like a cesspool for, so many opportunities to cheat. I mean, how many married men do you meet on the dating apps?
There's a lot.
If you look at the statistics, it's alarming. The amount of guys I went out with that I found out were married with kids.
That's crazy. That's never happened to me.
Yeah?
No.
There was a friend of mine when I was dating a guy, and he had said that she couldn't come over to his house because his sister was staying with him with her kids because she was going through a divorce. So, sorry, can we go to your house? She was never allowed at his house because his sister and the kids were there. Turns out that it was his wife and his kids.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
That's so bad.
And it's just cringe to me that there are guys out there dating online and then you go on their Facebook and the pictures are of him with his whole family, his wife and his kids. Like, are you that stupid?
It's not hard to find out stuff.
It's not
these
hard
days.
now with the
You
internet.
Google something and you see everything.
It's not rocket science. It's
or
pretty
here's
easy.
the one that's really, I saw a lot is the scams. I'd say, I don't want to find somebody out of town. I really want somebody local. Long distance is difficult. So they would say, oh, I live in Phoenix, but I'm out of town for 3 weeks on a business trip. And they would message. And then it would finally get to, well, my aunt made a ton of money in Bitcoin. What are you doing for investments? And I can't tell you how many times I heard that story. So there's a lot of scams on there too. Married people, but scams on there too. And that's what the apps are full of.
And I find it kind of surprising that there's a lot of women that send money to guys they've never met, the scammers, and they give it and they do it and they send money to these guys. Like, it's mind-boggling to me how people will fall for that.
And vice versa, too. I feel like men sending money to women.
Yeah.
And women are sending pictures or whatever in exchange. And it's not even them. Like they're probably sending money to a man, like to another man.
True.
You know what I mean?
Some
like
little guy in a foreign country that's sending pictures.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I lost my purse and I can't get home. Would you send me money and I'll pay you back when I get back to Phoenix?
Exactly.
I read in the news that all these women were victim to this scam they thought they were giving Brad Pitt money, but surprise, surprise, it wasn't Brad Pitt. Why would Brad Pitt be asking for money?
Exactly.
Seriously.
Exactly. Well, it's like the Tinder swindler. Did you watch that?
I did
the documentary.
Not know.
Did you watch the documentary, The Tinder Swindler? Oh, you guys both need to watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Giant scam. It's crazy. I had a question. So how did you meet your ex-wife? Like, how was meeting in that period of your life, like meeting women then? How is it different than how you're dating now?
I went to college in Tucson in my 20s. It seemed like it was easy. Now,
Okay, so you
then
guys
compared
met in
to
college.
now, but I met her at a business networking event of all places. So we hit it off there. But it was a mixer.
Okay.
It wasn't singles or a bar or anything. It was business.
It wasn't set up. It wasn't like something like made for dating. It was just a natural, sort of a natural environment thing.
Exactly.
So, as sleazy as I feel dating is now with all the apps, there are some pros about dating this decade. Like my sister's single, and every time she's about to go on a date, she gives me his name and I look him up on the internet. I'm like, Inspector Gadget. And you can find out so much, if they're a convicted felon or, their legal history, where they live.
So you're the findologist in the family, huh?
The findologist. That is right.
My favorite is going on the county assessor, and I'm like, how many properties does this guy own? I'm like, his shit better be in an LLC because I'm not finding anything on here.
Who's looking for the sugar daddy?
So my sister, this was a couple of years ago, but she was going to go on a date with a guy. I'm like, oh, where does he live? Oh, he lives in Scottsdale. So I look up his name, and his house was in Tempe. I'm like, why would you lie about that?
Well, it's kind of close. South Scottsdale's not that far.
That's the problem. Is like you can't trust anything anybody says. It's like, geez.
Oh yeah.
So, do you have any crazy dating experiences or dating stories you want to share?
Yeah, I can think of one that was the most unique. I met her on an app and she said, I don't like to do like coffee or a drink. That's so boring. I want to go do an experience. I'm like, okay, I'm up for that. What do you want to do? She's like, I want to do a couples massage. I'm like, okay, that's a bit, extreme for a first date, but I'm up for that. So we set it up. It was going to be on a Sunday. And then she says, well, I'd like to go to church first. I'm like, okay. So I meet her. We go to church. She's friendly, rubbing my arm, leaning over. It was really great. Then we go to the massage place and we get in there. And it's a couples massage. You're in this room with these two tables and she just takes off everything. I'm thinking, well, we'll get down to underwear or something, but she just strips totally. I'm like, should I?
Right in front of you?
Like, well, she did. I guess I do too. So we're down there. We get to naked, going from 0 to 60 in about 2 hours. So we do the couples massage.
I always do massages full naked, always. But I don't know that I just get full naked in front of, somebody that I have hardly, and somebody that I just got done going to church with.
Yeah, I know. Church, naked massage. So it was an all-day date. Then we went to a movie after that. So
why didn't it work out?
Yeah.
Well, she had to be entertained all the time. There was no just, settle down, have a nice peaceful date. It was always go, 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 go. And I found out she had some health issues and she didn't know how long she had to live. So she was just going to live life at 100 miles an hour for whatever time she had left. So it's like...
She'd have Chuck out here doing crack cocaine, like on Shameless, where she's like, I'm going to die anyways. I might as well try it all.
Yeah. Fit in everything I can.
Living life on the wild side.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
man,
being
funny.
on the apps, have you ever dated someone that catfished you that looked absolutely nothing like their pictures?
Yeah.
You have, really?
Well, I didn't date them, but when I met them, they didn't look like it. I mean, there's the obvious ones where the picture's 10 years old.
I was just going to ask you that. Are your pictures recent on your?
My pictures are from 2 months ago.
Oh, they are? Oh, good. Yeah. Good. Because I've had that too before, where I've gone to meet a guy and they look nothing like their pictures. The same thing, like a picture from 10 years ago or 15 years ago or whatever it is.
I mean, that's okay if they want to put that in there, but put recent ones, label that. Here I am today. Here I am last month, not 10 years ago when I looked entirely different. Mm-hmm. Or they got the ring on the finger in the picture.
Right.
Oh, okay. When was that taken?
Right. I went on a date with a guy and he said he was 6 foot and he was 5'3", borderline midget. And I wore heels. So I feel like he came up, it was bad. I was like, oh my God. He said he was 6 foot. That's fine if you're short, but don't lie and say you're 6 foot when you're clearly 5'3".
Yeah, exactly.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. That's a wrap. If any of you single, sexy ladies want to go on a date with Chuck, please send us a DM to our Facebook or Instagram at Meat Market Podcast. And don't forget to follow us on our socials as well. Thank you for joining us at the Meat Market. And thank you to our sponsor, AZ Prime Property Management. Without them, this would not be possible. So please like them and follow them on Facebook and Instagram, AZ Prime Property Management, for all your property management and rental needs. See you next week at the Meat Market.
Bye.